This could be one of the biggest second halves to the year in PC gaming for a long time. I mean, Starfield alone. If the rest of the year was only Starfield and some train simulator DLCs, that previous statement would still be true. But we've got a stacked roster, including AAAs, classic franchises, and promising newcomers to talk you through. So why not grab a G502 X Plus so you can be ready for whatever these games throw your way. Let's see what's coming up on PC through the rest of 2023.
You mean this? Ain't seen nothing yet. Check this out. For this shit here.
Can you believe it? It feels like Starfield has been 5 years away for the past 25 years, and now suddenly it's out next month. Are we even ready? You've probably heard about the 1,000 different planets you can land your customizable spaceship on in this blockbuster sci-fi RPG release from Skyrim and Fallout 4 developers Bethesda Game Studios. Maybe you already heard that the game's biggest city, New Atlantis, is larger than any city in all of the previous BGS titles, and honestly, that's not what makes Starfield such a big deal. More than anything else, Bethesda builds convincing worlds. The races and gods in Elder Scrolls games, the vaults and the alt history timelines of Fallout. Bethesda did such a good job writing these that fans and game theorists are still exploring them for clues and hidden details years and years after release. And now, for the first time in that studio's history, it's constructing a totally new lore, separate from the Elder Scrolls or Fallout. What strange wonders have they imagined? What tensions between alien races? Very soon, we won't need to ask those questions. We can find out for ourselves.
The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
In the TV world, there's a practice known as counter-programming, which basically means that when the Super Bowl's on one channel, rival broadcasters will air something totally different in order to attract the biggest possible audience at the same time. Releasing within a week of Starfield, it's safe to say that Super Bomberman R2 is the game industry's version of counter-programming. Let's look for similarities to Bethesda's huge sci-fi RPG, shall we? Right, arcade battle game with online multiplayer and a stage editor. Nope, nothing like Starfield there. A new mode called Castle, where one team blasts away in search of treasure chests while the other team defends them. Doesn't sound much like questing to us. It's official then. If you've got no interest in grand future fantasy spacefaring this September, Super Bomberman offers some retro arcade kicks that couldn't be more different.
All right, Bomberman brothers, let's go! Oh boy, this is not good.
Pack the Uno cards and get the glove compartment loaded up with sour candy. We're going on a road trip. The Crew games might not have the preposterous levels of polish that the Forza Horizon games bring to open-world racing. Then again, nothing else in the known universe does. Like its predecessors though, the Crew Motorfest is absolutely unrivaled at co-op racing. Instead of the entire USA that the last game offered, Motorfest shrinks the scale down to Hawaii's Oahu Island. The idea here is quality over quantity, so the routes that you'll be traveling by bike, car, plane, or boat should feel more curated and extra pretty. There's still a ton of environmental variation within one island though, so epic co-op road trips are very much back on the menu. A little originality goes a long way in modern gaming, and maybe that's why we're so excited about this retelling of Pinocchio as a Souls-like set in the 1800s European Golden Age. Presumably, developer NeoWiz arrived at that concept via a Mad Lib, but however it happened, Lies of P looks set to deliver one of the most original takes on the FromSoft blueprint we've seen to date. There's an interesting tactical wrinkle in the weapon system. All weapons have a durability stat, which lowers every time you land an attack, but rather than Zelda-style limited use items, the blades and hammers here can be constantly repaired and carried with you long term. And since all weapons have unique fable arts, or combat skills, you might vibe with one in particular and take it all the way from the workshop to the whale's belly. Disclaimer, we haven't seen either of those locations in Lies of P yet. Payday 2 was an enduringly popular co-op shooter that made us realize we all have a mass bank robber lying dormant somewhere in our psyche. It also made us realize that the real crime here is the fact that there aren't more heisting games out there. Although for legal reasons, we should clarify that breaking into bank vaults is a real crime too. Developer Starbreeze has taken the last decade's worth of community feedback and decided now's the time for a third official Payday release, which instantly puts it on max wanted level on our upcoming calendar. Difficulty settings have had a tweak so that you can experience all enemy types on each difficulty, from SWAT, to uncommon to specials, and instead, the challenge ramps up with the number of enemies against you. Special overkill weapons give you massively over-the-top firepower for a limited time, and with a total rework to character buffs and skills, everyone's going to be tweaking their loadouts looking for the perfect setup. That's more than enough excuse for us to mask up. We'll meet you in the jewelry store back alley on September 21st.
Alright guys, it's a simple job. Just in and out, nothing to it.
The world was a pretty different place in the winter of 2020, and so was Cyberpunk. CD Projekt's future RPG shooter meets Keanu Sim didn't have the easiest of launches. But 3 years later, it's not only been polished to a mirror shine, it's also getting a substantial expansion in the form of Phantom Liberty. Once again, you play V, this time in the dangerous district of Dogtown, on a mission to save the NUSA president, and somewhat inevitably, yourself.
V, my favorite merc. Welcome to Dogtown.
It's a mission that involves rubbing shoulders with a fair few Hollywood A-listers. Not only is the aforementioned Mr. Reeves back to play his role as Johnny Silverhand, Idris Elba, the actual Idris Elba, plays FIA agent Solomon Reed. The flavour of the narrative is very much spy thriller. But this being Cyberpunk, you've got the power to go about your mission however you choose, using new vehicles, cyberware, and weapons. We'll take any excuse to dive back into Night City, so a huge star-studded expansion like this is frankly overkill. You had us at Keanu, CD Projekt.
There's gotta be a way out of this.
Johnny, I'm dying. There's nothing can stop that.
Can you believe it's been 25 years since we first started tending to the virtual pastures of the original Harvest Moon? Well, just in case you actually can't believe it, developer Natsume is driving home that point with a special 25th anniversary release. Harvest Moon, Winds of Anthos, brings 5 different towns, 10 different romance partners, and a choice of unique mounts to roam around on. Doc Jr.'s Expander farm mechanic has also been tweaked to make it easier to expand and move your farm around the map, so don't get too cozy in your starting location. Obviously a lot's happened in those 25 years, including a certain Stardew Valley. It's a more crowded farming meets life sim market than it used to be, but it's pretty hard to look at these visuals and not feel instantly charmed, so we're already stocking up on fertilizer ready for this one. Let us know what game you're most excited about in the comments below. Subscribe to Logitech G for more previews just like this one. And if you enjoyed our video, then be sure to drop us a like and hit the notification bell to keep up with everything happening on the channel.